Hey guys, just wanted to show you a few different comparisons between products if you're thinking about using them to paint your rifles or other accessories. I haven't been able to find a whole lot on different colors, especially coatings that you can do at home, as far as AlumaHyde or Aervoe or Duracoat goes. Right here I've got AlumaHyde as well as Aervoe paints, so you can get an idea of what they look like. So first of all, this is just a regular Magpul FDE grip, MOE grip. This is not painted. This is Magpul FDE original. As is this XTM hand stop and rail cover, as well as this Magpul FDE backup sight. So this is my Daniel Defense Riz 2 rail. It's painted in Patriot Brown. And then I've got a Surefire M300C Pro in there FDE. As far as the items I've painted, they are just these two little socket wrench adapters. I've painted this one in AlumaHyde Magpul FDE, so AlumaHyde's Magpul FDE color, and this one is done in their Coyote color. They're almost exactly the same, and the camera isn't going to pick this up as well as your eye will, but one of the things you notice when you paint this is the Magpul FDE that AlumaHyde offers has a little bit more of a sheen to it, if you want to call it that, whereas the Coyote color is almost completely flat. There is no light reflection on this thing at all. Again, the Magpul FDE has a tiny bit of sheen, and that little glittery stuff you see is not in the paint. That's my mistake. I dropped it in something and it's got a little bit of glitter on the surface. So when compared with the Surefire FDE, you can kind of get an idea of what they look like compared to something like that, as well as when placed next to actual Magpul FDE products. They really are almost identical in color. I don't know why they have two separate colors for basically the same thing. They should rebrand it and just call it Magpul FDE and then Magpul FDE Matte, because that's basically what you're getting. The Coyote, to me, seems maybe a tad bit darker, and the Magpul FDE has a little more green in it, but they're almost the same. This is done in Aervoe Coyote. This was just a regular SB3 brace that was a little too light for me, so I painted in Aervoe Coyote, as is this PMag that has been painted in Aervoe Coyote as well. Let me turn off the light a little bit more so you guys, maybe that'll help. Okay. So the Aervoe Coyote is also a very good match. Again, in person, it's a little more brownish, but it is also a pretty darn close match to Magpul FDE. Again, this is AlumaHyde. I went ahead and did the speed cure, where you put it in the oven for 3 hours at 195 degrees, and it's already hard as a rock. You cannot scratch this. And it really didn't even sit in there the full amount of time. It just sat in there for like 2 hours. I think a little under 2 hours, and it is super tough. So you might be able to see a little bit better now the color difference. The AlumaHyde Coyote sits a lot more flush as well. It has a much, not only as far as sheen goes, it has a much flatter smoother texture as well. So not only is it more matte, but it's also a smoother texture. Whereas I noticed the Magpul FDE, when it sprayed out, it kind of came out with a little bit of like orange peel type effect to it. You can see there. Whereas the Coyote came out completely smooth, which is awesome. I wish the Magpul FDE would have sprayed that way, but you know, it is what it is. This is a very, 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 very close color to the Magpul FDE. I mean, it's almost exact. You know, the Magpul FDE in person, when you spray this, you'll notice that the Magpul FDE has a little more tan in it. It seems like it is a bit darker. It has a little more tan, but as far as spray coatings go, this is damn close, and this is as good as you're gonna get. Alexa, stop, without, you know, taking it somewhere and having them Cerakote color match it or something. So just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looked like compared to some other Magpul FDE products, as well as the Surefire M300C Pro in their FDE, as well as the Aervoe Coyote tan color up there in the brace, and the windowed PMag. If you have any questions, let me know.